he started doing his own personal deep dive into health and nutrition for family reasons, personal reasons. But as you might expect with the way his intellect works, he did not take the chemical route, the pharmaceutical route. Roger looked at nature. He looked at the combination of things, the synergy when things are combined, the greater unique thing that comes from those combinations. And he brought that research, his success, his learning. Mito planted his flag, and he runs our company. He's our CEO. We're blessed that that's the case, and we're also blessed that he partnered with a brilliant research scientist, a gentleman named Dr. Bevan Elliott. Now, Dr. Bevan, whom the pride of Clemson, has created a unique delivery system. It's not just the ingredient. Anybody can put ingredients together and present it to you. Dr. Bevan invented a delivery system that allows our ingredients not just to get through your cell walls, but deeper through the walls of your mitochondria. We can actually increase the mitochondria in your body, and that is unique to us. We're the only products that can do it, and you're going to find out why that is so critical on tonight's call. Let me tell you this. You've been losing mitochondria since you were a kid. What is mitochondria? Roger's going to go into that, but for the most part, it's the energy source to every cell in your body. It's what powers your body, and you have been losing mitochondria since you were a kid. You're lucky to have 50% left in your 50s and 60s, maybe 10% left in your 70s and 80s. When does your hair start to change color, if you keep any of it at all? I kept all mine. I keep it in a drawer by my bed. But your hair starts to go in your 50s and 60s. When do you start to wear glasses or get stronger glasses? 50s and 60s. It's aging, but is it aging, or is it just your body doesn't have the energy and start shutting some things down? That's what it is, the lack of mitochondria. And Dr. Bevan discovered if we can increase, when we increase your mitochondria, your body starts working again the way it used to, the way it did before life and environment started tearing your body down. It is a major
Guys, if you got your drinks and snacks, make sure you get your drinks and your snacks.
Can deliver it. So what's that mean? That means you
Pens
don't
and pencils,
run out
because
of
you don't
our
want to miss
products and go to
anything in your
Walmart
notebooks.
and get anything like them. You only get them here from our company, and people only get them from you. That's why we're on this call, to hear more about everything I just talked about. Now we're going to listen to our CEO, Roger Hill. Roger, take it away.
Great to be with you now. Great to hear your voice coming through strong and clear, my friend. Take it away.
Outstanding. And once again, so great to be with so many of you, joining us from wherever in the world you happen to be. We look forward every week to doing our health and wellness calls here at MoreMito, because it gives us a chance to talk to you about different health topics that are important to you. And in recent weeks, we've talked about a number of things. We talked about how to suffer from neuropathy in your hands, your feet, and every other place. We talked about COVID the week before. It's still out there. And this week, though, we're going to get to the heart of the matter. We're talking about how to have incredibly healthy hearts.
Incredibly healthy heart, guys.
Avoid cardiovascular issues, circulation, cholesterol problems, and more. But before we get into all of that, let me introduce you to us, especially if you're new. By now, you might know that we're a nutraceutical company and that we're noted for making some profoundly effective products for people and pets. That is of some very special technology that Dr. Bevan Elliott, who's been my partner since 2015, created. I think Bevan's pioneering a new way to make all of us healthier. Here's how he wants to do it. He wants to increase the amount of energy that your cells produce. Why? Because everything takes energy, and our bodies are no exception. Let me tell you about yours. You started out early in life with a lot of what's called mitochondria. That would be those components in your cells that produce the energy that your body runs on. How important is mitochondria? Let's put it this way. If all the mitochondria in your body right now were to stop working, you would literally die. You don't take a breath, your heart doesn't beat, you don't think a thought that's not powered by mitochondria. But here's the catch.
Y'all listening?
You've been losing these mitochondria since very early in life, right? To the extent that by the time you're 60, you'll probably have lost half of it. Right? That happening a lot of reasons. Now, I'm not just talking about aging. diseases you encounter along the way can accelerate the loss of mitochondria. If you had COVID, for example, that we talked about a week or so ago, chances are you lost a lot of mitochondria and did not get them all back. How about diabetes, high blood pressure, any number of diseases? And then here's an interesting fact, too. A lot of the medications, as good as they are for trying to help us, can also kill mitochondria. If you had an antibiotic, you lost the mitochondria due to that. So mitochondria are a biotic. They kill mitochondria. Okay? So how are you going to get them back? You need a special technology. We're going to talk about that today. Also, things that you get into the environment. I put Roundup on my lawn, and you did. We're both killing our mitochondria. Okay? So a lot of reasons for that cause them to be lost. Now, let's reflect on what's been happening with your health while we're losing all these mitochondria. Your body doesn't work as well. That's why you may have noticed that you don't see as well later in life as you did when you were younger. Maybe now you got nearsightedness or farsightedness or night vision issues, what have you, right? How about your strength and stamina? You have probably figured out, if you haven't, stick around, that you don't have the strength and stamina that you used to. Loss of mitochondria, okay? How about the way your brain works, all right?
That brain, guys.
Ran downstairs to get something, or upstairs to get something, you got there and you couldn't remember what you were looking for. Had a senior moment, loss of mitochondria. How about the way your body manages vital systems that they check, like your blood pressure, your blood sugar? How about your weight? All those things become more complicated the older we get because we have less mitochondria to keep things working right, right? The immune system, we were talking about that on every one of our calls just about. It's supposed to protect you your whole life long, but if it's got to operate on a fraction of the energy that it's had when you were younger, how can it do as good a job? Short answer, it can't. So, this is where Dr. Elliott Mito comes in. Our whole purpose is to regrow mitochondria, not to try to diagnose, treat, or cure disease, because we've discovered something that doctors don't know. They don't know how powerful it is to have a body with restored mitochondria. That's what you learned here. That's what we're going to talk about today. He took this technology he created, Dr. Elliott did. It's called XDS. That's the exponential delivery system. It reorganizes the molecules of all the ingredients that you'll see on our product label. So they do more than getting your bloodstream. Most other folks can do that. It's got to get all the way to your mitochondria because that's where the real magic can happen. It's in our product line. It's called UltraMito, and that's what Dale is going to come back and talk to you about. Dale.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody. The first product I want to mention is called Rejuvenate. It's our topical cream. It's for your skin from head to toe. And it's for anything that disturbs your skin. Rub it into your scalp. Put it in your hair. And listen, it works like it does. It solves any issues with your skin, including a blemish, a cut, a scrape, anything going on with your skin. But it's even better because it soaks through your skin. It soaks down to the bone, helps with your ligaments, your tendons, with your muscles and your joints. And I'm talking about your back joints, your hip joints, your knee joints, your hands or feet. Listen, if you or anybody you know has a condition in your hands or feet that could start as tingling and become incredibly severe, you're going to find Rejuvenate becomes your go-to product for everything I just mentioned and more. Listen to the testimonials.
We also have the minis of the Rejuvenate.
Listen to the power on serious varicose veins, on stretch marks, cellulite, even the lines on your face. And understand, Rejuvenate is a one-of-a-kind product to address everything I just mentioned and more.
It is.
Next, I want to talk about Restore. Restore 3.0. It's our first third-generation product, and Dr. Bevan has truly created something incredible using a base of two ancient superfoods, olive oil with olive leaf and black seed. They've both been used for thousands of years because of the benefits they provide to the human condition. They mention olive oil in the Bible. They found black seed when they opened King Tut's tomb. But Dr. Bevan has taken several elements of each and used them in a unique way. With olive oil, he's taken several elements and uses them to tune up and detoxify your cells while increasing your mitochondria. Now, I'm going to say it again. That's what sets us apart. That's what makes us different and unique. And that's our name, MoreMito, short for mitochondria. You know by now that Dr. Bevan discovered if we can return the levels in your body back to the age when you were a kid, your body starts to work the way it used to. amazing way to approach issues you're trying to fight with pharmaceuticals and doctor visits. Next, I want to talk about Renew brain and body. Some of the ingredients we need to increase our mitochondria can't be delivered in a liquid base. Restore 3.0 is oil-based. So he created Renew capsules. The ingredients are dry. They help with the blood flow in your legs, in your arms, in your brain. They help with firing the synapses in your brain. They help with the clearing of the brain fog. That's critical as we increase your mitochondria and allow you once again to start to live life on your terms without sitting on a couch watching it all pass you by. And it's a triad of products that does this for you and increases your mitochondria. Listen, some of the most important members of our family are the pets we own. We didn't leave the pets out. The most viewed videos on social media are pet videos. We love them. People are now calling themselves pet parents, and your pets can suffer just the way we do. If you've seen a dog that's bound up, can hardly get up and down the stairs, is hobbled. If you've got a cat that's laying around hacking up fur balls or shedding, listen, they lose mitochondria and suffer as well. Plus, they're closer to all the negative things in the environment that destroy mitochondria, the chemicals we put on our rugs when we clean them, the things we put on our lawn. You heard Roger mention Roundup. They're closer to the lawn, the grass, and they're even allergic to things in the environment like we are. If you want to bring a dog quickly back to puppy stage, a cat back to kitten stage, and remember, with pets, there's no placebo. There's none of this, gee, I think I kind of feel better. When you see your dog running around
hello,
and
everyone.
your cat being frisky again, you know things work, just like all of our products work. And give them Pet Life. So 4 products: Renew, Rejuvenate, Restore 3.0, and Pet Life. There's nothing like what these products can do for you and your pet to change their lives and improve them in a dramatic way. Now, tonight we're going to talk about heart health. Roger is traveling. He's in Atlanta for meetings on Wednesday. Check your back office. You'll see that on Saturday he's also out. He's going to be meeting with a lot of folks. We're sending an email out tomorrow with all his locations. It's going to be your chance to have some one-on-one time with our CEO as he takes you through what these products can do in a personal basis, one-on-one. And of course he spends time with Bevan, the scientist. They rub minds when he does these trips. So ability, your chance to actually meet up with Roger. But Dr. Dan and I are going to take tonight's issue, which is the critical issue. I'm going to say it again as I turn this over to Dr. Dan. We just lost a senator, Lindsey Graham. Basically, from what I understand, his heart exploded, popping of one of the main valves in his heart, and no one saw it coming. That's the way things go. Your heart could be in a critical stage and you don't know it. And there's answers before it happens, but the key is before it happens. With that, Dr. Dan, I want you to give us some of your thoughts on this critical issue of hearts and heart health. Take it away.
Okay, Dale, can you hear me?
Hear you great, buddy. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, heart issues are still the number one reason people die. And there's a variety of different kinds of heart issues. There's the heart attack that we all know, typically, but not always. The person grabs their left arm and, feel extreme pain in their chest, fall over dead. But sometimes it can be very subtle. People, they see the scars on the heart and the effects of it, and they realize that person's had a heart attack, and he didn't even know he had it. That's how Dwight Eisenhower was. He had some, and they didn't realize that he had. He thought he was just belching up some radishes he had for lunch. But I understand. Fortunately, I haven't had the experience, but I understand heart attack is one of the most painful pains you could ever experience. And now, there's also stroke, which, of course, that's usually a blood clot that's broken off and has made its way to the brain and shuts off part of the brain and shuts off your function, where like one side of your face will droop. You can't lift up your right arm. In fact, the test for that is one of the tests, you bring both arms up level with your shoulders. If one starts coming down, you can't, it can't keep it up, starts coming down. They go, that could be the drooping face. Once
Did
that
y'all
you
know
look
that?
for.
I
Now,
did.
with a good friend of mine, a doctor friend, fortunately I was with one of my doctor friends that got me on radio originally. He wanted me on. He tested my relative of mine that thought he was having a stroke. He had some of the symptoms of it, but he didn't have a stroke, and it went away. So I'm not sure what that was, but his arm would come down, and but he didn't have some of the other symptoms. So anyway, he had a stroke, and then a very common way of dying is a slow heart problem of congestive heart failure, where the heart becomes weak. There's not enough mitochondria in the muscle fiber of the heart to get it to contract and push out enough blood. And then the blood starts pooling around the ankles. And usually when I do nutritional counseling face-to-face with people, I like to see their ankles to see how their heart's pumping. And, there can be other things going on, but that's, it could be a lymph problem as well. But if the heart's not pumping, the fluids are building up. There's other fine aspects of heart disease, but those are the three basic ones I wanted to cover. Now, talked about Saturday, some things you can test. They know that grip strength is related to how long you live, more than high blood pressure. In fact, if you squeeze both hands as hard as you can, take a deep breath and hold it, for a count of 10 or so, and then just let go of both the hands, breathe out. It's a good way to relax your system and probably lower your blood pressure right by doing that. Sort of increase it, and then you let it go, and everything relaxes. Now, nitric oxide, which comes from the lining of the arteries, when that gas is released, and it's released for different things like sunlight, when the sun is above your head, the shadow is shorter than you are tall. When that hits the skin, not only does it produce vitamin D3, but it produces nitric oxide, which is one of the healthiest things you can do. People eat beet powder, they take arginine and citrulline. I told them Saturday you can take the lining of a watermelon, the white inside there, take it out, put it in your smoothie. That is a great way of getting a high level of citrulline, which becomes arginine in the blood that lasts longer than arginine. And it helps relax the blood vessels. Now, then we talked about standing on one leg. One thing I didn't talk about Saturday, but before I give this over to you, Dale, is the importance of a good night's sleep.
If you missed Saturday, go on over to the Health Aware Show with Stephanie.
If you don't have good blood flow,
on YouTube,
that's one of the reasons
go
you
to the
don't sleep
playlist
well.
for conference calls.
And it's also a good reason why the gut
It was
doesn't
part
work
one.
like it did when you were younger. There's not enough blood flow there. So you have to work on getting a good night's sleep. I've given Roger, and I think I sent the Dale too, some frequencies I use to increase it. MoreMito helps us increase it. But remember, the lining of your arteries is lined with muscle, just like your heart muscle. Without mitochondria, that whole circulation doesn't work. But remember this, the reason the pumping of your heart is so important is because it brings oxygen to the mitochondria. It brings nutrients to the mitochondria. It's the mitochondria is the end product that gives you energy to contract your muscle, to blink your eyes, to think a thought, for the heart to beat, for all the things. The oxygen coming picked up from the lungs and the heart down into the cell. It's to get it to the mitochondria. That's the real heart of our energy, the heart of our health. And so keeping the heart strong is also important to how healthy your mitochondria is going to be. And then we create more mitochondria. So when the oxygen and nutrients come, there's a lot more energy.
This is how you create more mitochondria, the natural
way. And a youthful state of living is basically a statement on how much biological energy you have. There's chronological, how old you are, but how old are you biologically? How strong are your thighs? How strong are your calves? How strong are your forearms when you squeeze measurement? Those are things they see determine how long you live, more than high blood pressure, more than almost any of the stuff is the strength of your calves and thighs, strength of your grip, because that correlated over 20 years more than anything else of how long people live.
Did y'all know that?
We talked about some training on that. We'll do a show on that. I'll give it back to you, Dale.
Thank you, Dr. Dan. And now I'm going to ask Dr. Joy to say a few things, give us some tips on some foods and things. But first, if you're getting on and everybody needs to be getting on the nutritional calls on Saturday before the corporate call. If you do, you understand Dr. Dan and Dr. Joy and how powerful they are. I want to give you just a little bit of the background. That Dr. Dan holds 11 U.S. patents and 22 foreign patents in the fitness industry. He holds a master's in fitness science and a PhD in nutritional science. Dr. Joy holds a PhD in nutrition as well and has operated a health food store and a restaurant in Georgia for 16 years. She specializes in actual food. You are what you eat, one of the topics she trains on. Health and wellness according to your blood type. She's been advising people in a unique way with real foods and how to change what they do to impact their life. You heard Dr. Dan say it's the youthfulness of your heart. It's not your age. It's how young or how old your system is. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, protecting your system before you get these explosive heart conditions that can kill you. Dr. Joy, I'm going to unmute you. Could you give us some tips, some things we should eat or things we should avoid? And then I can bring you back later in the call. Go ahead, Dr. Joy.
Yes, thank you, Dale. So we're going to look at some common things. You know, there's such a thing as blue zones around the world. Lots of those people live to be 100 years plus. And one of the reasons why they live to be 100 years plus is because of their diet, okay? They eat beans. And one of the beans they eat are like black beans and chickpeas. These are beans you can get very easily. Today, I made tuna from chickpeas. Just mash them up with a fork, throw in lots of garlic. You wouldn't even know it was there. Put the cayenne pepper there. Everybody know cayenne pepper is one of those things that help move the blood around. And so put a little cup, a little seaweed in, and a little fresh dill. Stir it up. I usually use a book by the company Follow Your Heart. They make a mayonnaise that is made from grapeseed extract, some of the same foods that are in our Restore. And so we stir it up with that mayo, and guess what? It makes the best. What you thought you didn't have to use the tuna itself, you're using chickpeas. By using a little seaweed in there with it, you can even get those little sheets of seaweed and crumble them up in there. Fresh dill just sets it off. Stir it up with that little mayo. Put fresh onions chopped in it, and my goodness, you say, I never have to eat tuna again. But you are eating food that the heart can use to fuel that muscle so we can get oxygen, more oxygen to your mitochondria. That's one thing you can do. Drink some teas. Drink green tea. Drink hawthorn berry teas. And please don't forget to drink the reishi mushroom tea. So reishi, hawthorn, green tea. If you don't have time, I'm going to say go to Starbucks and get you some matcha green tea extract. They sell it there. I was doing just a little bit because overworked today. I stopped and got me some triple matcha. It's the green tea leaves, but concentrated. It helps you get that heart thing pumping. Hey, let's get it done, people. Let's buy the best of the best. Don't forget to get those beets and grate them and put them in your salad. That is some kind of wonderful right there. Thank you. So I'll be ready for you on another talk. Thank you.
Great advice. Thank you. Listen, everybody, it's that simple. It's what you're eating. It builds up over time. I want you to visualize a hot dog. Visualize a slice of bologna. As I say, my opinion, they sweep the floor at the end of the day and use whatever comes up in the dustpan in the bologna. It's just, and there's corn syrup in there. Listen to what Dr. Dan and Dr. Joy say about corn syrup, sugar. Dr. Dan talks about potatoes being like sugar. Doggone it. We can fix things, and it begins by taking Restore,
but they're not
Rejuvenate, and Renew to restore your mitochondria.
Rejuvenate,
let's
and renew.
rebuild that body, and let's begin by listening to James Clark. He's going to tell us about recovering from a 15% heart function, multiple strokes, kidney failures, and vision issues. You hear me say this all the time. Listen for this theme tonight. Multiple things happening for each person. How can that be? Because we don't fix a thing, we restore your mitochondria, and things happen for each person like they do for James. Let's listen.
James, what were your health concerns before you met us?
Well, I had heart failure, and my heart was, they were talking about changing my heart, giving me a new heart.
Okay, what were the measurements? Your heart function was down to what?
My heart function was also as low as 15% operating.
Talk to me about your heart measurement. You were at 15. What happened? How did it stay down there?
Well, right now it is 30 to 35%. You know, I am doing more activities now with it that high. And hopefully it's going up higher because, you know, I've been taking the MoreMito every night.
Taking the MoreMito.
When I get up, I get it, and every night when I go to bed. What really inspired me with this, I had one of the callers talking about their heart rate is going from 30% to 65%. And that's what got me interested, really, when I heard about it.
That's why you should be on the calls, because a lot of people hear what it's doing for other people, and they know they need it.
Be more active, do more things. What are some of the other things that you're able to do now that you wouldn't do before would be really strenuous or uncomfortable for you?
Well, actually, before then, I haven't driven my car in about 3.5 years. I haven't driven. I haven't been behind the steering wheel.
Why was that?
That was because of a stroke that I had, and not including the 4 seizures I had in one day.
Wow, had
what,
4 seizures in a day.
What was your underlying condition?
My heart condition and having the stroke, and then I got compromised with COVID. I had COVID with pneumonia. And plus I had the seizures. I had 4 of them in one day.
So there was no blood pressure or blood sugar issues or any of that preceding all that heart trauma?
Yeah, I had high blood pressure for like 20, 21, 22
Most time you have serious things, you have those underlying that high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol,
all the other conditions
and other things. Yes.
Thanks again, James.
Okay.
Pretty dramatic. No real heart issues, high blood pressure, but then a myriad, cascading set of issues. And he came back. You heard his heart function more than doubled. That's astounding. But better that we don't have those issues to begin with. But we prepare so it doesn't happen, right? Next, I want you to listen to Norm Hargrove on Returning to Mito. He was with us at the very beginning. Listen, what version of Restore do we have? Restore 3.0. That means there were 2 previous versions. Norman was with us at the beginning and wandered away. He came back to us after a stroke, heart failure, balance loss, and getting off of all 7 medications after he came back. Let's listen to Norman coming back after being gone and understanding the power.
Should have never left. Should have kept building that mitochondria up.
Restore,
but that's why he came back. Watch.
So Let's hear from Norman Harlow.
Renew,
So
restore,
Norman was
and
diabetic
rejuvenate.
for a long time, had a lot of health issues, and you heard his interview. We just turned a lot of things around in Norman's life. Norman, you there? Can you talk?
I'm here, Roger.
All right. Now, you have a really good perspective on it, because you came for a while, you like a prodigal son, you came back, and have just re-engaged with us, and have a really, really amazing story. You're one of those people who have a lot of different things going on with them in their health. What would you share or say to somebody who was like that, where you got a lot of issues and you're hoping to get them addressed? What would your comment be to them, Norman?
You know, Roger, I was just sitting here thinking about that. We pray that we get a solution to our problems, and God gives us a gift, and we leave it on the table and walk away and just leave the gift there and never open it. So I'm trying to think of what I can really say, but I
This is
can't
truly
tell
a
you this.
gift
If
from
I did
God.
not have MoreMito, I probably would have been dead.
Did y'all
And
hear
I'm
him?
just
If he
saying
didn't
it
have
because
MoreMito,
I had a stroke
probably would have been
also
dead.
about 3 years ago, and I wouldn't wish that on nobody. And I didn't have a terrible stroke, but I had a stroke nonetheless. And I tell you what, I felt terrible. I lost my balance. I started hurting all over. I mean, there were so many things associated with that stroke. And you know what? When I got back on the Mito, because I was not sick
got
when
back
I
on
left,
it.
but I came back
Came to his
sick. But
senses.
you know what? I had a place to come to, and I got rid of all those things. And I don't think nobody ever noticed that I had heart failure as well, and it helped me to even accomplish getting away from heart failure. I mean, I had
Y'all
I
listening
was
to all
really
of this.
going down, and this helped to bring me back up.
Well,
He
thank
said
you for
this
sharing
helped to
that.
bring him
It's
back up.
something that everybody
The
needs to
Restore
hear and
Oil,
understand
Renew
that
Brain
your
and
body's
Body,
been through all
Rejuvenate
this
Gel.
stuff. We had Bill Critchfield, for
It's a
example, came to
bundle.
work here with my 18 medications, right? Not on any. How many medications were you on?
I think about 7 or 8, but I'm not on any right now. Okay? And I don't ever want to go through what I went through in the past, but I tell you what, thank goodness for MoreMito.
All right. You heard
Yep.
it from Norman.
He came to his senses,
Thank you, Norman.
got back on MoreMito, got his Restore Oil, his Renew Brain and Body, and his Rejuvenate Gel back working, building his mitochondria up. So now his body can work and fix itself. And now he's not on any medications. Looks like we're having a few technical issues. So while we're having a few technical issues, guys, if you have not created your free customer website, remember everybody has to be referred, okay? So Stephanie Alford personally invites you and refer you so that you can create your free customer website, because you have to have a website in order to be able to order the product. So you have to be referred. So you go to my website, create your website, and then you can then purchase the product. So you can go to www.moremito.com/S Alford. That's MoreMito.com/SALFORD. Then you will click join. If you're on the computers, in the top right hand corner. If you're on your phone, you're going to go to menu, then join, then click referring customer, then complete the information. It's going to ask for your username. You're going to pick a username and put in it. Your username is part of your website. So everybody's website starts out with MoreMito.com. Then it's / your username.
4 months ago, and we were talking about your health concerns regarding your heart. Can you kind of remind me of where your heart was then and where it is now?
Yeah, I had AFib, have AFib, I guess, and I would get every 18 months or so I'd have a major episode, but throughout the month I'd have minor episodes several times throughout the month.
Now, you continue to stay on Mito since then.
She's
So
on Mito.
what happens between the last time I talked to you now? Or how is it now compared to when I talked to you last?
It's actually been maintained pretty much the same as it was then. So
Now if I have an episode, it's usually much lighter. It never affects me like it did before, even when I had the minor episodes. It still is, it's less than that. And I don't think it's ever lasted more than an hour, and it's never been so much that I have to sit and rest. It's really different than it was.
You may have minor ones I surmise now, but what percent is that compared to before?
The minor ones, I would say probably 10% of what it used to be before.
It just seems like your heart's healthier.
It is, definitely.
What else do you notice in terms of strength, stamina, endurance, any of those things that a person typically would think about when their heart's concerned?
Well, I've a lot more energy than I used to. I don't know, I'm just walking the dog a lot more and running.
Yes, you want more energy. You definitely need to build your mitochondria up. Get your Restore Oil, Renew Brain and Body, Rejuvenate Gel.
68.
68 years old. Yes.
Not many people are running at 68.
Right. Well, and I don't run a lot. I mean, there's some people who run a lot, and I'm not that. But, I like to, when I take the dog for a walk, I usually include some running in that. So,
okay.
And that's
so I
unusual
challenge
for
you
me.
guys that are on the
I've not
sound
done
of
that
our
before.
voice to get your MoreMito, create your free customer website. I just shared how you can get your free customer website. Stephanie Alford is referring you, or if somebody else referred you, you want to get back with that person. But you want to go get your Renew Brain and Body bundle, which has your Restore Oil, your Renew Brain and Body capsules, and your Rejuvenate Gel, so that you can start building your mitochondria up so that your body can fix itself like God designed it to do. And I apologize that we're having quite a few technical issues. I'm not sure what's going on. But again, you can go to www.moremito.com/S-Alford. That's moremito.com/SALFORD. Click join, then referring customer, complete the information, and submit it. Your free customer website is up.
We had a case of the congestive heart failure since 2006. And I've been on medication 18.5 years, same medication. Told by the heart doctor back then that was going to be me for the rest of my life, which I kind of argued with him. Told him I was never on medication. I didn't like taking it. But I finally got it down to 5 medication, which I'm still on right now. But August 24th, being
Went
done,
down to 5 medications.
I started MoreMito. Came November, about my 3rd month, I decided to get it checked. Had a test done, stress test done, and well, of course, the normal range of congestive heart failure patient is between, healthy person is between 50 and 70. Lo and behold, mine was 43. 18.5 years, mine was 43. After my stress test, my results was 63. Came up 20 points, right between the norm.
Getting over his mito.
I was told by my heart doctor 18.5 years ago that was going to be me. The best I could do is take care of myself, eat healthy.
Doctors told him it would never be him. Are y'all listening? Doctors don't know everything.
But the average person checks out in 5 to 7 years. And that was 18.5 years ago.
If the average person checks out, meaning they pass, they die.
Down with prostate cancer
in 5 to 7 years.
March 2022. And I went to have, I read in the middle of it before radiation. I came back down to Huntsville here. Didn't make it back up here.
You got prostate cancer.
Thank God I ran into MoreMito.
Ran into MoreMito.
MRI
to the
done,
rescue.
2nd week in December. Results came back and was completely clear.
Results from the prostate cancer came back completely clear, guys.
The PET scan, they said you don't need a PET scan. PET scan is given if there was scarred or anything on the prostate. And yours is clear. So count your blessings. So right now I am cancer-free.
He's cancer-free. Okay. No PET scan was needed. He came back completely clear from getting on the products. Get on our technology.
The same treatment I was going for. 7 years ago, and had it done at 2 different locations. And they both came back down with cancer this past summer. So now I'm cancer-free, and it's up to me to stay free. As long as I'm on MoreMito, I think I'm going to be free.
As long as he's on MoreMito.
Give me a timeline
Technology.
again, Sam.
Oh, prostate cancer was March of 2022, a little over 3 months before I had the MRI done.
All right, so you were on Mito for 3 months when you went to get the test, but it was like about 2 years that since you've been diagnosed that you clearly had it, and then when you went back for that test, that was when he said you were completely clear?
Exactly.
So he was on Mito
What was
for
the
3
doctor
months. And then it was time for him to
My
go do his
doctor
test,
was
and the
baffled.
test
My
he was
urologist
completely
was
clear.
baffled. I was taking a shot every 6 months, I forget the name of it, but it's supposed to be shrinking the cancer. And they made it clear it'll shrink it but won't kill it. And of course it lowers my testosterone, what have you. So I wanted the MRI done before the next shot. So I was able to have that done.
Thank you for sharing that, Sam.
So he was getting a shot
Okay,
every
not a
6
problem.
months,
I
and the doctor
appreciate
said it will
MoreMito.
shrink it, but it won't cure it. Did y'all hear that?
I would think anybody would appreciate something if you have heart failure and bounce back, have a 20-point increase in heart function, and then prostate cancer, a diagnosis of that, and when they go to do the additional testing, they say, nope, you don't need it, and there's no sign of it. Listen, everybody, you've got a hold of
Mito
something
to the rescue,
incredible
building that
here.
mitochondria up.
No guarantees. You combine our product with your DNA. Let's see what happens. Sam is pretty darn happy with what has happened, just like Ron Long in Spokane, and the multiple things that have happened for him and Gary Buria. And listen, the multiple things waiting to happen for you, the people you know, and the people you love. Finally, let's listen to Shirley and William Wright talk about heart and blood pressure and what's happened for them, what they've experienced.
Shirley and William.
Hello, Mito family. I have a testimonial. 2 years ago, my husband went to the ER because his blood pressure meds stopped working. When we got to the ER, his blood pressure was
His
230
meds stopped working,
over
guys.
190.
Those
His
meds
oxygen level was very low.
stopped working.
They admitted him to the hospital. They were in tests on his heart, and his heart level was very low, it was 35. We left the hospital, and they put him on 2 blood pressure medicines and a heart med. In January of this year, they did an echocardiogram for my husband, and it was still 35. He has been on MoreMito for 8 months. We went to the cardio doctor May 7th, which was last week. Before we could sit down in the doctor's office, his doctor said, I have great news for you. Your echocardiogram has went from 35 to 55.
Okay.
It came back at 55, and he said, I checked your numbers 3 times, and each time I checked them,
Checked it
they
3
were
times.
still the same. So I
They
just
were
wanna
amazed.
let
That's why the doctor
gentleman
checked
that
it 3
was talking
times.
about his heart, MoreMito, get on it, never get off of it.
Yes,
My
get on the
husband
technology,
has changed
Mito.
his diet. He exercises every day. He keeps recording records of his blood pressure. And his doctor, cardiology doctor, said, I love it when my patient's health turn completely around. And I just want to thank God first, Dr. Bevan, Roger Hill, Dale. This was a God-sent MoreMito, and I just want to thank you.
Thank you for
Mito. That's why you should go ahead and create your free customer website. Get your Renew Brain and Body Bundle, which is your Restore All, Renew Brain and Body Capsules, Rejuvenate Gel.
Until you genuinely see it, hear it from people like what you've been hearing on this call today. So thank all of you for sharing that.
And y'all are hearing people from all over, okay? We have no territories. It doesn't make a difference if you're in Africa, India, Canada,
because
you know.
all of us are in various stages of heart failure. We may not know it yet. You can't live in this country and eat the food we were all raised on. I still remember when margarine was touted as a great health answer to butter. And Dr. Dan on Saturday talked about how deadly margarine is, and no one should be eating it. But they told us it was great. Then they told us to go back to butter. I mean, gosh, everybody, when you don't really know, because they don't really know what we should be doing, then you know one thing you should do. Make sure you're taking the Mito products and increasing
Make sure you're taking Mito.
your mitochondria, so that whatever comes down the road, you're in better shape than all the people who don't take it. Now listen, time to get those hands raised. Hit *5 on your phone.
It's question and answer
it'll raise
time.
your hand on our control panel. We'll know you've got a health or nutrition question. First, I want to tell you where to get these products. You get them at MoreMito.com, MoreMito.com, then a /.
Then
Type in your username
SALFORD.
and hit enter. You're going to be at your website now. You know it's your
Join,
website.
referring customer, and
because
complete
your name
that
is at
and
the top
submit,
of the
and your
page.
free
So is your
customer
phone number,
website's
so
up.
is your email. That's where you send people to learn more about these products. It's going to take you a while before you can speak as eloquently as Dr. Dan or Reggie or Shirley Cassavant or Marilyn, several of the people we've got. Don't worry. Don't wait, for gosh sakes. People need the data. That's why we give you these web pages.
And that's why we have our
Anybody can
free
go to
digital
your
flyer
site,
that's
be
in our
familiar
marketing
with
system.
Your name
It does
and
the
read
talking
about the
for
products.
you.
They can read the ingredient list. They can read all about Restore. They can read what Bevan created. Listen, this isn't just putting ingredients in a pan, stirring them up, and putting them in a bottle. It takes 8 weeks to make a bottle of Restore. And you can read about what to expect. How do I take it? It's all on your website. All the products are there. Before anybody buys anything or makes a commitment, they can listen to testimonials based on things that either they're affected by or the people they love or know are affected by. You got a coworker with glaucoma. You got somebody going for vision thing. You got testimonials in your back office of people who've dealt with
eyesight got better.
You're going to see
by being
there's
on
a
Mito,
testimonial
guys.
that has dealt with it already. Share the data. That's what the website's for. It's also for people to purchase. They buy from you. You cannot buy from the company. So they buy from you. When they do that,
MoreMito.com
we pay you
/SALFORD.
very well. We hope you decide you don't have to. You can just be a customer. We love you to death.
Yes.
But you're
Love
gonna
all my
become
customers. I'm fine with you
accidentally
just being a
in business
customer.
with us if you don't aggressively come in and decide you're going to make.
But I know a lot of you want to get your products for free, so you make sure you're a referring customer, so you can
listen, you're going to become
earn that
accidentally in business with us because
Mito
people are going to
cash.
see the changes in you. You're not going to limp anymore. You're going to be acting differently. Your memory's going to click like it used to. Your eyesight may change. We've got a 68-year-old
Just told y'all
truck
my
driver
eyesight changed.
who got his
It improved.
CDL license back. He's talking to people at the truck stops driving truck like he used to. Guess what they want to know? What in the world? How'd you get back here? You're going to become accidentally in business with us. We are going to pay you.
I just had another
great
truck
for
driver
that.
come and pick up a bundle
Should you decide
yesterday,
to take it, let me tell you,
guys.
you're going to love the way we pay people here.
The truck
We don't
drivers
pay you once a
love
month
the
or once a week
products.
or once a day.
It's definitely
We
changing their
pay
mitochondria,
every time
and they're
somebody
seeing
makes a
great
purchase.
results.
When you're a verified member with us, we've checked your phone, we've checked your email, we've confirmed that you're a real human being and not some Charbonneau out to scam the company. Listen, you're paid every time an order comes in. You're going to be paid multiple times a day. You can take withdrawals out as often as you like. You can take, if you come in as a referring customer, you get Mito Cash, internal money. Use it to buy your products. Use it to pay for your shipping. Even send it to other people. It's great for folks outside the U.S. because they get to purchase products without a conversion hit for their currency. Big deal. But you can also upgrade to a paid rep. Guess what we charge for that?
Nothing.
You're probably
Zero.
starting to sense we don't charge you for things. That website I just described, it's free.
It's free.
You don't pay to join the company. You don't pay to be here monthly. We don't force you to be on auto ship. We don't force you to buy products.
But I'm on auto
There's no
ship
balancing
because
of
I
legs
choose
or
to be.
we keep the money. All the scammy stuff, we don't do that. We're here to be in business with you, not make money off of you. Big difference. So when you upgrade to a paid rep, now you're paid in cash. Send it to your bank, send it to PayPal, put it on your Venmo card, and do withdrawals as often as you like. You could.
I love that.
In a single day, we've seen people put money to their bank account, then send $1,000 to their PayPal account, and throw $500 on their Venmo card. You're in charge of your business. We're here to help you and facilitate this. So think about this. If you were a carpenter, you'd have to buy a hammer, tools, saw, nails. If you were a computer programmer, you'd have to buy a computer and programming lessons. Listen, we've given you all these tools. We provide everything. You pay for nothing. We pay for it. We provide you with what you need to be any level of success you want to be. Because the most important thing in everything we do, one-of-a-kind product, one-of-a-kind company, worthless without the one thing you bring. That's contacting the people that you know. You've got to talk to those people. That's how we get this message out. That's why we do everything we do. You're the biggest part of our company, and we acknowledge that, and we're here to support you. So go to the website. Sign up for the website. If you don't have a website, go get one. They're free. Go to the back office. Look at these testimonials.
That's
Look
how
at
you're
the
able to get
marketing
your
app
products.
we've
You have
given
to
you.
have a free
You can
customer
send
website.
people
That's how you get the system.
testimonials. You can send them
Yes.
links for audio. You can send videos out. You're going to know when they're viewed. Imagine that. You send something to your brother-in-law because he's having trouble with an issue, and then you ask him the next day, wasn't that great, the information? And he lies to you. He didn't listen to it, but he tells you he did. You're able to say, look, you dirty dog, I know you're lying. Now go watch it. It's okay to tell me no, but you got to know what you're saying no to. Go listen. Well, how do you know I didn't listen to it? Because we tell you. It's in your back office so that you know if the message, the whole thing here is the message. Get the message in their head. Whatever they do from that point forward, it happens. Everything works great. Okay, enough of that. We're going to get into our question and answer session now.
Question and answer
We've got
time.
Dr. Joy with us. We've got Dr. Dan with us. We're here to answer your health and nutrition calls. Listen, if
So
you've got a
while
question
they're
about
getting ready to do that, I'm going to answer a question because somebody asked the question, is this a medication?
We've got a number of shipments, close to 90 shipments that just started
This
going
is
out
not a
today.
medication.
We had an
This is considered a
internal
food,
coding
okay?
problem that was taking bundle 1 and changing it to bundle 4. 90 people were about to get pet products, and that's not what they ordered. So the programmers got that fixed over the weekend.
That's
If you've
awesome.
got a shipping problem, just call us. I bet you're going to find that you get your product in the next day or two. These questions and answers are for health and nutrition. So let's go. I'm going to go first to Brenda and John. I'm going to unmute you. Go ahead with your question. Brenda and John, 4008. Are you there?
Somebody's not paying attention.
Sorry.
I don't. There you are. Go ahead.
But it's such a good meeting. I really enjoyed it. I hardly ever miss unless I have an appointment or something. But these meetings are so encouraging, so much information.
They are.
And I just thank you guys.
Get a
for
lot
doing
of health knowledge. You want to make sure you're here every Monday night,
Appreciate it.
7:55 p.m.
You're the
Central
reason we're
Standard
here.
Time.
Thank you.
Adjusted to your time zone. Every
We're
Saturday
all in this
morning,
together,
10:55 a.m.
All
Central
right.
Standard
Thank you,
Time.
Brenda.
Adjusted to your
Did you
time
have a
zone.
question or just wanted to share? That was very nice. Well, how great is that? Thank
See,
you.
she just wanted to
We
share
appreciate
because she
that.
loves the company just like we
Late
do.
at night, we wonder. And so
Yes.
those kind words mean a lot to us. Thank you,
Yes.
Brenda. Next, we're going to go to Reggie Williams. Reggie, I've unmuted you. Go ahead, my friend. On fire, Reggie, out of Atlanta. Reggie, you're not there.
Can you hear me, Dale?
There he is.
Now I
I was
hear
going to say,
you. Go
Reggie's
ahead,
not
buddy.
paying attention.
Okay, give me 6 seconds. I got to...
Got a what?
4, 5, 6. Okay.
Guess Reggie's having
Reggie,
technical
we'll have to
issues
come back,
too.
buddy. We'll bring you back, my friend. We're going to go to B. Jones in Culpeper, Virginia. B. Jones, I have unmuted you. Did you have a question? Number ends in 3001. My gosh, it's so hot back there, the phone lines have melted. It's scary when it's a a cellular phone. There are no phone lines. Okay, we don't have B. Jones and Culpeper either. So now we're going to go to Gene Vallon in New York City. Gene, number ends in 5536. I've unmuted you. Do you have a question? Hello, Gene.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you?
Good. How are you doing tonight?
Beautiful, beautiful. I have a gentleman by the name of Juno. He's in Brooklyn. I saw him today, and he got some problem. I want to know what he's gonna have to do. He's listening right now. His name is June. Please, if you can unmute him for him to talk.
What's his name again?
June. Juno.
June or Julu? I do not see him. The hands I have raised are B. Jones, Gloria Rutherford, Albert Nelson,
Yeah, it's probably not right.
and Melvin. So he's not here. So why don't you try to reach him? And if you can't get him on tonight's call, let's get him on Saturday's call. But right now, I can't unmute him. He's not here.
He's listening to you. He got a stroke probably a year ago, but he's in bad shape. And I told him he's listening right now, probably with another phone. What
Do you
he's
want to
gonna
ask
have
a
to
question
do.
for him?
My question to him, my question to you guys, besides that stroke, what he's gonna have to do to regain his sense?
What he's going to have to do to say it again.
Great.
What he's gonna have to do to return to normal?
From a stroke.
Okay. Let me tell you,
Yeah,
then
this
I'm going to bring
mitochondria.
Dr. Dan on, but here's the basic thing he has to do. He's got to use the products. He's got to get them
Gotta
in
use the
him.
products.
He's got to use
Build up the
all
mitochondria.
three. You've got
Yes,
a
use
back
all
office
three.
with tremendous testimonials about strokes. You heard two people tonight talk about strokes. Let me tell you about Ron Long. Ron Long lost the use of his right arm. It went dead for 5 years because of a stroke. He started taking our product because of his eyes. He didn't want shots in his eyes anymore for retinopathy. Unexpectedly, his right arm started working again. He's now
Right on.
83 and throwing 60-pound bales of hay on his daughter's farm. Tremendous things happen, but you've got to use the product because you've
Got
got
to use
to
the
increase the
products.
mitochondria.
Increase
That's
that
the
mitochondria,
secret
yes.
to come back from a stroke and then
Yes.
also apply it to the head. I'm going to ask Dr. Dan to come in. He may have some special things he wants to share. And also,
If you go to the
your
Health and
friend
Wealth Show with
join us
Stephanie,
again on the
go
nutritional
to,
call
of
Saturday.
course,
Dr.
subscribe.
Dan,
Make
did you
sure
have
you
anything you
go
wanted
to the
say?
playlist and go to the stroke
Well, Del,
playlist
you're
or
basically right. You're
I went
100%
blank.
right.
And you can hear
Now,
testimonials.
If I had a stroke,
Also,
this week, I
neurological.
would be using the Restore.
Because strokes are neurological.
2 or 3 milliliters, three to 4 times a day, at least for a few months. And
He's
then
talking
I
about
may
the
bring it
Dr.
back
Dan is
down
talking
to,
about the Restore Oil.
2 milliliters twice a day. But for about 3
Restore.
months there, I'd really want to load up on it because as the mitochondria starts building up, it's going to help with the stem cells to repair that area. It's going to help with the area, the cells around that area, the blood flow, because a lot of times with stroke, the body rebuilds around where the stroke was in the brain and builds blood vessels around that area. But sometimes it just wakes that area back up. And once it can get mitochondria build up in there and get oxygen. And the XCS technology is so brilliant in delivering nutrition into areas that's hard to get into, extremely hard to get into. And normally you wouldn't be able to get into, but XCS, you can get the nutrients and it also helps with the transfer of oxygen. And then the renewed life, the mind and body. I would do
Renew
2 of
body
those
and
twice
mind.
a day if I had a
Capsules.
stroke. And then use the Rejuvenate Gel. I don't know where the stroke was in the brain, but rub it around the
Rejuvenate
back
Gel.
of the neck and on the forehead, around the temples.
Back neck,
And it's great to
forehead,
do that
around
anyway.
the eyes,
To
on your
do
temples.
That. But for 3 months, he needs a triple dose, what he'd normally take. But he can break it up into smaller doses.
So triple
3 or
dose
4
on
times a
all the
day.
products.
So that,
on
do
the
that. There's other things I could recommend
Yeah, all 3 products.
that I do with private counseling.
So, all right. My next question. I had a little boy. He's 23 years old. Her mom is listening right now, and he's autistic. He used to talk around a year and a half or 2 years old. After that, never talk. And they give him the
So
product left and right, day and night.
autistic
Will you
person,
be able to tell me
autistic
if it's
child.
possible within the next year or two?
Yes.
This gentleman will
Yeah.
be able to wake up and talk?
It's possible. We've seen it. We've seen it. Someone had talked years that had autism, and he bumped his head. The mother put the Rejuvenate Gel on just to help with the bump, or where I don't know if it broke open the skin, and he started talking. But there's other things
Y'all
I know
hearing
too.
this?
But again, there's a lot of
Our
things
products
out
are
there that I've
powerful
seen that are
because
very
they're building your
cell foods that bring
mitochondria.
oxygen to the brain. There was once a girl I counseled. I didn't really counsel her. She was a waitress. She started crying while she was trying to wait on me. I asked her what was wrong. She said, the doctor just called her and told her her child was severely autistic, and she said she already knew it, but she hated hearing it from the doctor.
I can
And the
imagine.
child would not look at her, would not touch her. And I went and got her some different things, brought her back and said, I got to go out of town. I'll come back in a week and see how you do it. In a week, the little girl was touching her mom, and in 10 days, when I came back to eat at the restaurant again, she was calling her mommy. The autism is inflammation in the brain.
Did y'all hear that? Autism is inflammation in the
we
brain.
bring the inflammation down. I believe the child can talk, but that's me. That's what I've seen.
Praise God. Praise God. You guys, you're doing a very good job.
Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. That autism is inflammation.
And I'm out there
Inflammation in the brain.
Make sure those people, they have a good life. Thank you very much.
Amen. Thank you, Gene. Listen, there's one more thing about autistic kids, autistic anybody. Put the oil, not just the gel, and this was taught to us by people
Mix
with
some of the
autistic kids.
Restore Oil
Put the
into the
oil
gel.
on your finger, get it on their head, directly to the skin, base of the brain, where it joins the spine. We had a 9-year-old autistic child suddenly start folding his clothes, putting them away, setting the table, and gently chew out his caregiver for not putting his clothes away correctly. So get the oil directly on the skin and then
Restore
seal
Oil,
it, as Dr. Dan said, with the Rejuvenate. And then keep us posted. Listen, everybody.
Yes.
You're asking these questions. You need to be coming back Saturday and giving us updates and getting some refinement to the questions. Thank you, Dr. Dan. We're going to jump to another one. I'm going to come back.
That was great
and see,
on
I lost
autism.
Reggie. No, I didn't. Reggie, are you back? I've unmuted you. Reggie Williams in Atlanta.
Yes, Bill. Can you hear me?
I hear you good,
Sounds
buddy.
better
Go
now.
ahead.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, listen. You want to hear this real good and listen real good. Stop what you're doing and pay attention to this testimony. I introduced this young lady a month ago to the product, and you need to hear her testimony from beginning to end. Mary Brown, welcome to the call. Go right ahead.
Hi. Welcome, MoreMito family. I met Mr. Reggie at the Toyota company. And when I met him at the Toyota company, he was talking to another young lady. And I kept listening, as they say, ear hustle, while I was ear hustling. So
sometimes it pays to ear hustle, especially when you learn about building that mitochondria up.
So I made my way upstairs.
Hey, Miss Gladys, thanks for joining.
I made my way upstairs, and I walked over and
I'm
I said,
blessed.
"Hi, I'm
Got
Mary.
my
How you
mito.
doing?" And he says, "I'm Reggie Williams." I say, "Oh."
How are you doing?
I heard you talking about autism. He said, "Yeah." He said, I have this technology that helps kids with autism." So he showed me a video of this little boy. And this little boy was playing with his belt. And I just looked, and he kept playing with his belt. So I said, well, I got a great nephew, and he's nonverbal, and he's been diagnosed with autism. I said, so Mr. Reggie gave me the little teeny like lip balm, cream.
He gave him the mini of the Rejuvenate Gel.
And
So the Rejuvenate Gels do come in minis,
I
okay? You can
went
buy a
out,
pack
got
of
my
them.
hair done. I met him on a Monday. I went out that Tuesday, and I told her, I said, I want you to. And she said, what is it?
This is what they come
said,
in.
well, just like it out talk tonight. I need for you to rub this all around.
Come in like a pack of 12.
All
They're
around
little
his
minis.
neck. I said, also, just rub it all over me. So she said, oh, okay. Well, 2 days later, she called me and she was crying.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how people are. When you hear people crying, first thing you think is bad news. And I said, oh, baby, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? He said, I got something for you. I said, well, what is it? She said, come here, baby. Tell her I'll take you high. My great nephew that has hot cough, and he's 4 years old, he is not talking. Got on the phone and said, hi, Pinky, how you doing? I was shocked. I want to get off. Thank you. I could have got off. I'm sorry. I'm driving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as I was, after he said that, I was just crying and crying and crying.
I can
and I
imagine.
said, oh my goodness, that is wonderful. That is so
Tears of joy,
wonderful.
because what she said
I
is her
said,
great nephew has now
so
gone from
what-
nonverbal autistic child to
I
a verbal
started-
autistic child.
I started using the product.
Mm-hmm.
And my knees was bothering me, so I put it on my knees. And I got up one morning, and my knees, they felt so good. It wasn't aching, and I was just all through the house. Then, at the age of 4 years old, I went fishing with my dad and his brothers. And my uncle went to cast out. He caught his fishing hook went in the pupil of my left eye.
Whoa, in the pupil of her left eye. Oh, they had to be
I was
painful.
in the hospital, and I remember the doctor telling my mom when he came in to test me. He said, well, this is going to determine if she can see out of that eye or not. So he touched me, and he kept asking me, well, do you see this? Do you see this? And I kept telling him, no, I don't see that. I don't see that, no. So he looked at my mom, he said, well, we can tell you now, she's probably going to lose that eyesight. I'm like, I didn't say nothing. So when the doctor got ready to leave out, when he got ready to leave out, I told him, I said, hey, wait a minute. I said, I can see that window over there. That was the last thing I saw at the age of 4. Well, I started using the technology on myself, and I started putting
This
it
is
around
the
my
technology.
eyes. I'm 70 years old.
She's 70.
I am now seeing out of my left eye.
That left eye, the doctors told her that she would not be able to see out of, okay? From the age of 4, she has not seen. She is 70. Now she can see, guys. Getting on the technology.
It was
That's
like
awesome.
a shadow.
Wow.
And I was telling Mr. Reggie, I said, hey, MoreMito, wait. I said, Mr. Reggie, I could see out of my left eye. I couldn't see out of my left eye. And he said, for real? I said, yeah. So today, I went to the doctor for my veins. And they were supposed to be closed
I'm
to
going to show
my
you how
veins.
to, one of the ways to use some of the products on your eyes. You're going to take the Rejuvenate Gel. As you can see, it's kind of orange. I mixed some of the Restore Oil in it.
And the wire.
This is how it looks when it's not mixed. It's white.
Excuse me,
Okay.
baby. He said, I can't do this. I said, what you mean? She said, I cannot do this. She said, your vein is already closed. I said, excuse me?
Just taking
She
it, rub
said,
it
your
around your
vein
eye.
is already closed. She said, I'll do your right leg.
See how simple it is?
It
It can get into your brain. It gets into your eyes, etc.
Y'all just told me 2 weeks ago.
That's how simple it is.
Close my vein. I came out of the office and I jumped around and I said, "Oh, thank you, MoreMito."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Thank you, MoreMito."
Now it's helping her veins,
so I
guys.
tell all of y'all that's on the line, MoreMito is the way to go.
Yes.
You can't beat nothing else.
There you
Come
go.
on with technology.
Go get your
Y'all have a wonderful
Renew
evening.
Brain and Body Bundle now. You want to go
Dale, I
create
wanna
your
say
free
something to the
customer
team.
website?
Ladies and gentlemen, you want to understand this. Once the technology touches your skin,
This is the technology.
it
Mito is the
sends signals
technology.
and satellite to a TV. It instantly starts increasing your mitochondria.
Did y'all hear him?
for
It
whatever
instantly
problem
starts
ails the
increasing your
body.
mitochondria.
It's
Whether
not
you
a
can tell it or
point of
not,
contact
it is doing it.
product.
Yes.
This is an internal increaser of, well, let's just put it this way. It's an internal feeder to the mitochondria with nutrients, allowing the mitochondria to become empowered so that your body can heal itself.
Yes.
So when people put a lot of cream on an area,
Rejuvenate Gel.
I understand some people like to wrap and all of that, but I'm just letting you know you don't have to. If you simply use more and more and more, just as Popeye did when he kept eating the spinach to defeat Pluto, if you just keep taking more, everyone on
So
my
you can
team
rub the Rejuvenate Gel
experiences
on you. You can
wholeness.
also rub
And with
some
that,
of the
I'll turn it
Restore
back over to
All
you, Dale.
on you. Now I have
Thank you, Reggie.
I have
How
Restore
powerful
All
is
mixed
that?
in with my Rejuvenate Gel as well.
Tie a ribbon on it, put a bow on it, we're done. That's powerful stuff, everybody. And that's why
Yes.
we're all here. Thank you
Yes.
for sharing. And we're so
Yes.
excited about the changes that you've already experienced. And gosh, we're going to come back now. We're going to go to Gloria Rutherford. Gloria, did you want to share or did you have a question for us? I believe it's Gloria. 0380.
Yes. How are you today?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I have a question on behalf of someone else. My question is, and thank you all so much for this product. The question is it safe to take it while you are on radiation treatment or chemotherapy?
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes,
From
you
experience,
definitely-
from people who have been on chemotherapy
You want to take it multiple
and
times a day.
radiation. And
Yes.
think about chemotherapy. I'll give you this example. And then I want you to listen, go to your back office. We've got testimonials that cover this. Listen, chemotherapy destroys the cancer. It destroys everything else also, okay? It destroys your body's ability to right itself. It destroys the immune system. So I've known a lot of people, some people getting chemotherapy once a week, some people getting it twice a week. Listen, take it on the days you're not doing chemo to restore quickly the mitochondria that the chemotherapy has destroyed. It's not going to recreate the cancer. It's going to replenish the mitochondria that helps fight the cancer. Same thing with radiation. It brings the body back from the radiation problems that it causes. Does that make sense?
Yes, and the next question is, how long do you think it'll take to be on the mitochondria before you see some kind of evidence
Everybody's body is
of
different, so
improvement of health?
we're not doctors.
Great
We can't
question.
say.
It all depends on each person. Let me give you some examples. You've been losing mitochondria all your life. Some people see a very fast, I mean within a week, because their body
Some
is
people
so
see it
diminished
instantly.
and so
You know, some
depleted.
people in a day,
Part
few
of it
days.
is how are you using
Yes.
it? We've got a dose. It says it right on the bottle, says it right on your website. One dose
Yeah.
is 4 milliliters. That's 4 of the droppers.
He's talking
Look
about
at the
the
dropper.
Restore
It
All.
goes up to 1 mil.
Here's the
4
dropper.
droppers is a daily
It goes
dose.
up to
4
1 mil.
fifths of a teaspoon is a
You
daily
see,
dose.
1
Some
mil.
people take one dropper
For these
and
is 4
think they're
mils, which
doing
is
the daily
1
dose.
dose
They're
of
doing
the
1
Restore All.
quarter of a daily
See,
dose.
it's 1
the
mil.
effect of not even taking the product. Now,
1
if
mil.
I'm
So
facing
4
something
droppers
difficult,
filled
if
up to
I'm
the
in
1 milliliter
dialysis,
line
if I'm
is the regular
facing
dose of the Restore All.
cancer treatment,
And it
if
says
I've
it on
got
the bottle
prostate
as well.
cancer, and I've been going without mitochondria. I've been losing it for the
Or
last 30 or
you
40
can just take a
years.
teaspoon.
I'm going to double dose. I'm going to triple dose the first month at least to supercharge the recreation, the restoration of my mitochondria. And that's going to have an impact. But everybody's different. We've got people, you go listen to your testimonials, people talking about major changes in a week. Look at Ron Long. Stops getting shots in his eyes for retinopathy, but it took 6 months. And so, Ron, are you unhappy that it took 6 months? He's overjoyed. Anything to stop the needle from piercing his eye. And
imagine getting shots in your eyes.
Multiple things happen.
He shared how sometimes it tears the eye and everything. Well, guess what?
So,
if you're getting shots in your eyes, you need to run and get on Mito.
But get on it. As Roger says, get it in you.
Go create your free customer website and get on it.
Yes, thank you so much. And the last question. The individual whom I'm calling on behalf of would like to talk with the person that actually designed or responsible for making this, because I've tried to explain it and giving them the information as much as possible. But
that would be the scientist. The way to get your information is to get on the calls, get your education. Now, we can get you on with Mr. Hill, the CEO of the company, and he can explain everything to you. But that's why we have the information out here. We have information in your back office for you to get, you know, all the necessary information that you need.
509?
They're having her call into customer service. 509. 593-3300 is customer service.
You've got a website with us, right? You're part of the company. Okay.
That is correct.
Yes.
Have him call in and ask to speak to Roger. He is not going to speak to Dr. Bevan. Dr. Bevan has no time for that.
That's right.
That's why
Dr. Bevan Elliott, our scientist who makes the products, does not have time for that.
Meeting with Dr. Bevan right now, but Dr. Bevan
but the CEO, Mr. Roger Hill, will speak with people.
He's out developing the next thing.
So,
he's not going to answer questions.
Dale is sharing that. In order for you to create your free customer website so that you can go and order your products or be in the system, because you can, if you call in the customer service, you need to be in the system so that you could order your products, right? So Stephanie Alford is personally inviting you. You would go to moremito.com/S Alford, moremito.com/SALFORD. You're going to click join, then click referring customer, then complete that information, click register. You're now in the system. So you can now go and place your order, or you can call customer service, which is 509-593-3300, and then, you know, complete your order. They're going to ask you for your username. Like my username is S Alford. They're going to ask you for your username so that they can, you know, go and actually do your order for you guys. It's very, very simple though. It is very, very simple. There are videos on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. So if you go to Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie on YouTube, go to training. There's several videos there to help you be successful in being a customer, getting your products for free, all of that.
For him to voice his concerns, but I shared it with his other family members. So I'm going to do that on tomorrow.
So she's still talking. So guys, if somebody else referred you, so if somebody besides Stephanie Alford referred you, you want to make sure you get back with that person, right? Because it's only fair that you give the person that referred you, okay? So, and then they can give you their website, because everybody has a free website, right? And you have to be referred. And you have to be referred, you know, in order to create a free customer website. So, again, that free customer website, it is totally free, guys. You never pay anything for it. You know, there's a way that you can get the products for free. So, you know, some of you may say, oh, I don't have money for this. I don't have money for that. I don't have any extra money. Well, guess what? Mr. Hill, the CEO of the company, he's already thought about that, right? We got you covered here in Mito, okay? So we're going to build your mitochondria. We're going to let you get some products for free. If you choose that you want to actually earn some more income, we're going to let you do that as well, and you can make as much as you want to. It's up to you, guys. The sky's the limit. Give yourself a raise every day. Give yourself a raise multiple times a day. You can do it.
4 digits of your phone. Albert, did you have a question for us? Hello, Albert. Uncle Albert and Admiral Halsey. Uncle Albert, are you there?
So his phone must say Uncle Albert.
I don't hear.
Uncle Albert's
Albert.
not listening, or I can't get unmuted.
Don't hear you, Albert. You're going to need to unmute and try it again. We're going to go to Melvin. Arnhem, Melvin, are you there?
Hello, Dale. Can you hear me clear enough?
I hear you great, buddy. Go ahead.
You.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bevan Elliott, Roger, you,
Yes.
Dr.
Yes.
Joy. Dr.
I love my MoreMito family. They have changed my life.
Thank you so
Took
much.
me off all of these
I am
medications.
now able to use, and I've been doing it for some time, the technology of MoreMito products.
Built my
and
mitochondria up.
And I would stress to you folks, start using it for so many other things. You can replace that in your medicine cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a car accident. Well, actually, someone actually hit me while my car was parked. I was on the phone, and I was in the parking spot, and someone hit the rear quarter of my vehicle, and the vehicle was totaled. When I got out of the car, thank God I was able to get out of the vehicle, and started looking at the other vehicles that hit me, I realized it wasn't that 20-year-old person fault, because the front left wheel axle went out. And they were just about, there was a young couple, 19 years old, about to pick up their daughter. So it went out then. Thank God I didn't break any bones or whatever, but I had to go to physical therapy. And of course, I started using the mixture of the Restore and the Rejuvenate on that right shoulder and the arm. Kind of
Mix the Restore oil into the Rejuvenate.
I didn't get the chance that I should have gotten
And
when I was
turn it kind of
playing
an orange color,
basketball
guys.
in high school and in college. A lot of favoritism,
It
but
starts
I love
out
the
as
sport.
being white.
So
When it's
because
not
I
mixed,
started
it's
feeling
white.
better using the technology of the
But this is kind of a burnt
products,
orange, and that's why it turns colors.
exercise more and play some
But if
basketball.
you
And I
mix it, you
realized
cannot use this
how
on
well I
pets.
started doing it, and
You
I
have to
had
use
so much
the
more
straight
energy.
Rejuvenate Gel
Well,
on the
we just
pets,
recently, this past Sunday,
along with the
yesterday,
pet life.
we had a family reunion, wanted to get to meet relatives we didn't know and what have you. And I went to play with my young nephews. Now, I'm 67 years old. I'll be 68 in March. And because of the energy that it gave me, the strength that it gave me, meaning the products that I use, all three of the products, Restore, Rejuvenate, the capsules.
Restore, Rejuvenate,
I played
Renew
with
Bright and Mind capsules.
nephews from 16 years old up to just maybe 35, if that. And I played 7 games in a row of 3-on-3 in 90-degree weather. They were so shocked, they didn't even know what to say, but I'm glad they took pictures and videotaped some of them. Folks, we have what everybody needs. And I want to stress, take your time, let it do what
MoreMito
it does,
products.
because your cells have to get detoxified so that the body can start healing itself to its original state as of a child, meaning the amount of mitochondria we had when we were younger. I am having so much fun, and I'm telling you, Dale, I believe this. I just started practicing how to jump higher. I'm just under 6 feet. I have no doubt in my mind within the next 2 to 3 months I will be dunking the ball at 67 years old. Thank you for all you do, MoreMito family. Back to you.
Is that not
That
awesome?
is great, Melvin.
See,
Thank
he's
you
performing
for the
more.
info.
Build your
Fantastic.
mitochondria
It's
up.
there,
Your
everybody.
performance
It's there
can go
waiting for
up.
you.
Playing
Let's
sports,
get after it. We're going to try
performance can go up.
B. Jones one more time. B, I've got you in Culpeper, Virginia. I've unmuted you.
There's B.
I hear you.
Jones.
Go ahead.
I have a question. I do not like the taste of beet, and I want to start taking
I
the
don't like the taste of
beetroot
beets either.
capsule. Is there a certain brand that I should be getting?
Dale, can I answer that for
Please do, Dr. Dan. It's all yours.
you? Probably can find beetroot capsules, but here's what I suggest. Go down to the health food store or go on Amazon. Put in NO for nitric oxide, capital N, capital O, or just put in nitric oxide. What is more effective, I think, is the arginine and citrulline, the amino acids. Sometimes they come with beet powder too, but beet powder is good. And but see if you can get a hold of the amino acids. But here's the trick on the amino acids. You'll waste your money if you take it too close to when you've eaten protein. So you can take the first thing in the morning and
That's
wait a
why you
few
learn,
hours
guys.
before you have the
Get on here,
protein.
get the health
Or
knowledge.
take it at night, 2 or 3 hours after you've had your supper. And then that'll open up your blood pressure, your blood vessels, and do a lot of good for you. But, okay, and you get those in capsules.
Thank you.
Guys, try not to eat after
Okay.
6
Thank
p.m.
you, Dr. Dan.
Your
Quick
food needs
answer.
12 hours to
All right,
digest.
thank
Did you know that?
We're going back to Albert Nelson. Albert, are you able to join us this time? 1875. Gosh, Albert, I hear noise, but I don't hear you. So listen, everyone.
The parrot.
It could be a parrot. He's in the Keys, Florida. Maybe he's a pirate. It could be.
Oh, good.
All right, everyone. I want to thank everyone. Dr. Joy, thank you so much for your input. Dr. Dan, listen, we don't just talk it. We live the life here. I am holding in my hand gimme, grab and go, roasted seaweed snacks. I have not eaten a potato chip. I have not eaten a potato chip or a corn chip in probably 5 years. I now eat seaweed, and it's great. It tastes good, and it's satisfying. I tell you, I think part of the fun for my wife is, I think half of it is she likes me to be healthy and live a long time. The other half is she likes to tell all her friends she's making me eat seaweed. I got to believe that's part of it. But don't forget, one of the brands I had that I was in charge of was Pringles potato chips. I know everything about potato chips, Pringles, Fritos, the whole bit. I used to send carloads of Pringles to Singapore. Lots of stories. I don't touch them anymore. I'm eating seaweed because I take what Dr. Dan and Dr. Joy say to heart. And if you want to live long, you got to change your life. And we can do it here. And that change begins with the
That's why you have to get on Mito. This technology, build that mitochondria.
Two things. The guy that made me eat a half a can of Pringles potato chips.
That's me. I'm the guy.
The seaweed is one of my late night snacks. It really is good for you. You're getting salt, which you need, but you're getting iron. That feeds your thyroid.
How many of y'all can comment? How many of y'all have eaten seaweed or eat
prostate
seaweed?
cancer, ovary, breast cancer. The iodine that's in the seaweed is the right kind of iodine. That's why they realize the Japanese have such little cancer. They trace it back to the seaweed. They have it almost every meal. So it's a great snack. You get teriyaki, you get different flavors. I love that. They just remind me of Pepsi. Okay.
I get it delivered from Safeway, and they're stocking it. If you're looking
Safeway, we hadn't had a Safeway in years.
Oriental part of
but
the
he's in a different part of the
and it's good.
state.
So
and
anyway,
and he's in a different state.
You've got a better life waiting for you with our products, but also changing your lifestyle. There's nothing you're eating that's going to taste as good as living a fun, active, exciting additional 5 years, and you're in control of all of that. So listen, I'm going to end this call. So great to have all of you with us. Call us during the day. Customer service is open 6 days a week. Send us a text. Send us a ticket from your back office. You've got lives to change. Listen, everybody, you've got secrets. You are the holder of some miracles. Share the message. It's not that someone says yes. It's that you put the knowledge in their head. They'll say yes eventually. And let's go, go, go. We're on a mission. Dr. Dan, thank you. Dr. Joy, thank you. Everybody here, thank you. I'll see you all on tomorrow night's call. You're going to get an email about a Zoom call. I take a deep dive into the back office.
We have a Tuesday Zoom call, a Wednesday Zoom call, and a Thursday Zoom call. If y'all would like to join us on the Zoom calls, then I...
2 nights of Zoom calls. You've got all kinds of tools you may not even know about. Let's get after it. And
I'll share
have
that
a
in
blessed
shortly.
week, everyone. Take care.
Okay, guys, was that awesome? Did you not get a lot of health knowledge? Get the health knowledge here every Monday. Every Monday, you want to join us. 7:55 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, right? You join Stephanie and the Mito family, right? Did y'all not love this Mito family? I know I love it. So y'all see all these medications up here? Depending on which platform you're watching it on. I was on that and more, okay? I was on 18 to 20 different medications. As y'all heard, you know, people talk about how doctors say this and how doctors say that. They told me I would live my life, the rest of my life in pain. They told me I'd never be able to take care of my family. Do I look like I'm in pain? No. Do I look like I can take care of my family? Absolutely. They told me I would never have any more kids. My youngest child that came after that is in her 20s, okay? So again, I had to do my own due diligence because doctors don't know everything, right? They're human, right? And I did my due diligence. I prayed to God and I asked him, send me something I don't have to take all these medications, y'all. Y'all see all that up there? That was a lot to take. A lot. And I've never been one to like to take pills, okay? So I didn't like taking those pills. So what I did was, again, I prayed to God, and I will tell y'all, the first information I got, I did not pay attention. It came to me in the form of an email. Sometimes we miss out, guys, so y'all need to really be listening, right? It came in the form of an email. When I opened it up, I clicked on the link, and when I saw a picture of a dog, I was just like, oh, I don't need anything about animals, right? Because we're about allergies, so, you know, I don't have animals, right? I didn't look at all the information. I just glanced and assumed, right? So if you have pets, though, we have our Petlife and we have our Straight Rejuvenate Gel, okay? Because you hear us talking about mix the Restore Oil and the Rejuvenate Gel. Pets cannot have citrus. So you have to give them Straight Rejuvenate Gel. You see it's white? Straight Rejuvenate Gel. Not if you've mixed the Restore Oil in. If you mix that Restore Oil in, then you know it's kind of oranges. Pets can't have that citrus, so do not give, you know, put that Restore Oil that's mixed with on the pets. But anyway, I am glad that on December 31st though that I listened. I got a phone call. So see, God gave me a second chance. You know, I prayed. He actually answered. I did not listen the first time. Sometimes you may not get a second chance, but thank God that I listened to this second chance, right? So when my friend called me and, you know, he told me, he said, well, I know that you're in a lot of pain and I just need you to listen. I need you to listen because I have a cream and I need to come and cream you. A lot of people call the Rejuvenate Gel a cream. You heard several people on the call saying the cream, right? And you notice I would say Rejuvenate Gel because it's a gel. It's a topical gel, right? But people call it a cream because it looks very creamy, right? And it does wonders. So anyway, so he came the next day and I tried the Rejuvenate Gel and I was just like, is my mind playing tricks on me? Because these doctors told me I would live the rest of my life in pain. I had learned to tolerate the pain, right? This does work. Try it, okay? Anyway, somebody come in and said it doesn't work. Well, that's somebody that hadn't tried it, right? It's funny how people are negative and want to make comments when they haven't even tried anything. If you get on the products, you try the products, and you use the products the correct way, you will see that it does work. They're going to build your mitochondria up. That person probably didn't even know what mitochondria is, but it's going to build your mitochondria up, okay? And you need to stay on the products, okay? Continue building that mitochondria up. This is considered a food, guys, so you want to build your mitochondria up, and you want to continue building your mitochondria up. But anyway, I noticed that it took my migraine away. Well, when it took my migraine away, again, I was shocked, right? So I was like, okay, is my mind playing tricks on me? I was like, okay, let me try this again tomorrow and see if it does the same thing, right? Because again, I had been listening to those doctors for all those years, those doctors that had me on all that medication, right? And so, you know, I was just like shocked, right? So the next day, of course, I used it again and took that migraine away. And at that point, I was like, okay, it's doing what you know I'm thinking it's doing, right? And so I am just so glad that I tried it, that I listened, because it took my migraine away. And then people started asking me. I'm not one of those that I went out and I was telling them about the product, okay? I should have been, but I wasn't, right? Because, you know, I was dealing with a whole lot of things, right? So I was, you know, what they call that secret club. You know, I was keeping this a secret, right? Well, people began to ask me, well, Stephanie, you don't look like you're in as much pain. What are you doing different? Stephanie, you're smiling more. What are you doing different? So, of course, I told them, well, I'm using, you know, the Mito products, right? Then they started asking me, well, how do I get that? Because if it's helped you, I need some of that, right? So I gave them my website, moremito.com/S Alford. MoreMito.com/SALFORD, right? Then go to the website, click join, click referring customer, complete the information out, click register. Their free customer website is up just like that, right? Now we can place their order, right? How simple is it to place an order? You'll just log into your back office. So go to your website. So I would go to MoreMito.com/SAlford. Then click on login. Then it's going to ask you for a username and password. That same username and password I used to create the website, put that username and password in. I am now in my back office. You'll see a green button that says order now. Click that green button. Scroll down. The first bundle you'll see is going to be the Renew Brain and Body bundle. What comes in it? The Restore All, Renew Brain and Body capsules, and the Rejuvenate Gel. This is a 30-day supply if you use it one time a day. If you use it more than one time a day, if you use it twice a day, this is half a month of supply. You'll need 2 bundles to complete the whole month. Use it 3 times a day, so on, right? So anyway, but that's how simple it is, guys. Everything we have is very simple. We have again, free website. We have a free mobile app. That mobile app, but you need to create your free customer website first, because when you go download that mobile app in your App Store or your Play Store, then it says MoreMito, but it's going to ask you for a username and password. So that same username and password that you use to create your free customer website is the same username and password that you use to go into the mobile app, right? The MoreMito mobile app, which is totally free, guys. It has so much information on it, and it tracks everything. I love it. So whenever I send things out from their mobile app, I know if a person has watched it, listened to it, depending on what I sent them, a video or an audio, or if I sent them the digital flyer, I knew digital flyer that just does all the talking for us. So those of y'all that wonder, oh, I can't talk like she talks, or I'm not good at sales or whatever. Well, it's not sales, because the product sells itself, right? So anyway, the flyer does the work for you, right? So the first thing you'll see on there, they play that video. That's Mr. Hill, Mr. Roger Hill, the CEO of the company, explaining mitochondria to people, right? Is that not awesome? You don't have to explain it. Let the flyer do the work for you. And then you scroll down, there's other testimonials, right? Then you can click some of the things that you have. So if I've sent you that digital flyer and you have not clicked on it, go back and click on it. Complete all the information, go watch all the information, listen to all the information, click on the information. People can even place an order from that digital flyer. Is that not awesome? And you didn't say a word to them. The flyer did all the work. Is that not simple? You want to see how a lot of people are getting a lot of product for free? They're sending out that digital flyer. Letting digital flyer doing the work, and then they're logging into their back office. They're seeing what's back there. I logged in earlier. I don't know if y'all noticed me smiling and counting and everything. Just looking at all the people that were placing orders and everything. Okay, and it's an awesome thing because you get the product for free. I love getting the product for free. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't have a problem paying for this product, because this product happened. It changed my life. It changed my health. It caused my health to do 360, right? And so, but get it for free is even better, guys. So again, how do you get your products for free? Then you want to create your free customer website. So if somebody else referred you, get back with the person who referred you. Otherwise, Stephanie Alford referred you, then you want to go to my website, which is www.moremito.com/salford, MoreMito.com/SALFORD. Click join, click referring customer, complete the information, click register. Your free customer website, just like that. If you want that link text to you or sent to you on WhatsApp, you're going to send your name and link to 817-320-2571, and we'll make sure you get that link. It's very simple. So guys, we hope that you have enjoyed everything. Remember, join us each Monday at 7:55 p.m. Central Standard Time, each Saturday 10:55 a.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the Health Award Show with Stephanie. Have a good night, guys. Go get that mitochondria strong.